Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. After the 3-3 draw against Leeds, Liverpool immediately called Jurgen Klopp as Arne was sacked. The night Liverpool drew 3-3 against Leeds United will forever be remembered as one of the most dramatic turning points in the club's recent history. What seemed like another disappointing Premier League outing quickly became the spark that triggered one of the fastest managerial decisions Liverpool had made in years. Within hours of the final whistle at Elland Road, the club's leadership had already called Jurgen Klopp, asking him to return urgently, and informed Arne that his tenure as manager was over. The match itself had exposed the deep cracks in Liverpool's current system. Though the team managed to score 3 goals, their defensive structure collapsed multiple times, allowing Leeds to equalise in dramatic fashion. Supporters who watched the game felt a painful sense of déjà vu. Mistakes in midfield transitions, poor coordination at the back, and a general lack of aggression that once defined Liverpool under Klopp's reign. By the time the referee ended the game, it was clear that something much larger was wrong than just dropped points. Inside the boardroom, the atmosphere was tense. Fenway Sports Group executives, alongside Liverpool's sporting directors, reviewed the team's performances over recent weeks. The statistics were alarming. Too many goals conceded, confused tactical identity, and dropping morale among the players. Arne, who had arrived with high expectations and a modern tactical approach, had struggled to re-establish the intensity Liverpool fans demanded. His ideas had not translated into results, and the dressing room atmosphere had noticeably shifted. Sources within the club revealed that some senior players had privately expressed concerns. They felt disconnected from the new structure, describing it as unclear and lacking direction. Although Slot remained professional and committed, his message wasn't penetrating the squad. For a club with Liverpool's ambitions, failing to inspire confidence was a critical issue. Thus, right after the Leeds draw, the board made its decision. Slot was invited to a brief meeting, informed that the club needed to change course immediately, and thanked for his service. Though disappointed, Slot accepted the decision respectfully, aware that results had moved sharply against him. By midnight, Liverpool prepared an official internal statement confirming his dismissal and outlining their next steps. And the next step was one name: Jurgen Klopp. The man who had transformed Liverpool from underachievers to European and Premier League champions. The man whose philosophy, passion, and leadership were still deeply embedded in the culture of the club. Even after his departure months earlier, many players and fans still saw him as the soul of Liverpool. The phone call to Klopp was made earlier than anyone expected. From Germany, where he was spending time with his family, Klopp initially thought the call was simply a conversation about the club's situation. But the message was clear: Liverpool urgently needed him back. Officials explained the current state of the team, the loss of identity, and the fear that the season was slipping away faster than anticipated. Klopp, surprised but emotionally touched by the trust still placed in him, requested a few hours to process the situation before responding. By the next morning, Klopp had given his answer. He was willing to return under the condition that the club fully supported his vision for rebuilding the squad's mentality, structure, and long-term competitive power. For Liverpool, this was not a negotiation. It was a relief. They agreed instantly. Back in the city, the news began to leak through insiders and journalists. Supporters flooded social media with reactions ranging from shock to pure joy. Hashtags like "Ye Klopp returns" and "Bring back the normal one" started trending within minutes. Fans felt a rush of hope, something they had not felt during the recent period of tactical confusion and inconsistent performances. Meanwhile, the players were informed through a meeting at the AXA training centre. The reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Many players who had developed under Klopp expressed excitement at the chance to work with him again. They remembered the intense training sessions, the emotional team talks, and the clear identity he always instilled, pressing with hunger, attacking with courage, and fighting until the last second. Plans were quickly made for Klopp's return to London for his official reinstatement. Staff members prepared to reorganise training sessions, adapting back to Klopp's famously demanding style. Sports scientists began revising fitness programmes, analysts restructured match preparation routines, and several assistant coaches showed readiness to rejoin him or adjust to his methods. But as much as his return brought excitement, Klopp knew the challenge ahead would be enormous. The team required more than motivation. It needed tactical recalibration, confidence restoration, and a refreshed competitive mindset. Klopp requested full reports on every player, including physical data, performance analytics, and psychological assessments. He wanted to understand exactly where the team had declined and what needed urgent repair. Analysts identified several issues: sloppy pressing, gaps between midfield lines, and confusion in defensive rotation. These were problems Klopp's system had once mastered flawlessly, but now they had become weaknesses opponents exploited. Klopp, however, welcomed the challenge. He had rebuilt Liverpool before. He believed he could do it again. By the time Liverpool prepared their official statement announcing Klopp's return and Slot's departure, the club felt alive again. Anfield began buzzing with anticipation, fans discussing what this new chapter could bring. Some hoped for immediate results, others believed in long-term rebuilding. But all agreed on one thing: Jurgen Klopp's presence alone was a symbol of belief, passion, and resilience. The 3-3 draw against Leeds, a match that seemed like another disappointing chapter, became the catalyst for a dramatic rebirth. Liverpool had acted swiftly, boldly, and emotionally, choosing to trust the man who had brought them unforgettable nights and unforgettable trophies. Now, as Klopp prepares to lead Liverpool once more, the entire football world watches closely. Can he restore the club's identity? Can he reawaken the hunger that once made Liverpool unstoppable? The answer lies in the coming weeks, as the Reds step into a new era shaped by urgency, passion, and the undeniable bond between Klopp and the club he has always called home.